have now created a beautiful vegan life that you have been living for over, I want to say 20 years as a beautiful black woman with gorgeous chocolate skin. Because a lot of black women, I think the vegan movement is developing in this community. And maybe I'm not giving it credence. It might have even started in the black community, African roots, most likely. But tell me a little bit about how you now like it raw and why, how you got there.
I was adopted vegan. I didn't come here because I didn't like meat. I came here because of my health conditions.
Yeah.
After being diagnosed with my pituitary tumor, I was also diagnosed with PCOS at 12,
Mm.
which is also a very rare time in life.
For 12. Oh,
Yeah, but
Lord.
you know what? I was privileged because we had really good insurance, and that's why I was able to get all
Good.
of these things diagnosed. Then I was also diagnosed with a autoimmune disorder called scleroderma, and
Mm.
so for a decade I was BFFs with my gyno and my endocrinologist and my neurologist and all of these
Mm.
things. But I always had this question of, was there an alternative way to approach addressing the symptoms of those things? And so
Right.
in college, I did some research and opted to take on a holistic lifestyle. And part of that was going plant based vegan, eating
Mm.
more raw foods, detoxification, yoga. And here I am 23 years later. And I can
Congratulations,
make,
girl. Because I be looking at raw food like, okay, maybe once a week.
you can make a lot of good stuff. I'm not exclusively raw. I'm high raw
Okay.
typically on most days. But
Okay.
I really do believe food is medicine. And when it comes to
Yeah.
things like what I'm addressing, a lot of the health disparities that we see in the Black community, a plant forward diet can be very
Mm.
helpful. So that means that you eat
Of
more
course.
plants than not. You want to incorporate more color. The goal is to have 30 different plants in the week, and that's going to
Mm.
be a way to just maintain the health. And there's studies around that.
Of course.
So yeah,
I love that. I think you're making it so digestible. You talk about 30 plants in a week. So if you break it down, there's 7 days. You're talking about maybe four different ones in a day. Like, let's get to the nitty gritty, right? Let's make it bite size. And I'm thinking about the plants that maybe you would consume on a daily basis. You could do a spinach smoothie. And I saw on Instagram, you were like, you got to switch up your greens in the
yeah,
smoothies. So that was great information. Thank you. I didn't know that.
yeah.
So
Sometimes we eat.
tell me about that.
So here's the key, right? Like when we see specific colors, that is an indicator that there's high value of a specific mineral or vitamin, but too much of a good
Hmm.
thing can get in the way. So oftentimes a lot of
Yes.
greens some greens are associated with high oxalates, and that can get in the way of your absorption of iron. And typically when people hear
Mm.
that they're anemic, what do? Spinach, spinach.
Load up on spinach. Right, because that's what I did.
And but that then can also, you can increase your iron, but you're also increasing the oxalates that are present there, and that's going to get in the way of that absorption. But if you
Gotcha.
rotate your greens, then not all greens are high in oxalates, and then that'll allow
Mm.
you to absorb it better. And in the presence of vitamin C, so adding things like peppers if you're sauteing your spinach,
Hmm.
or adding
Yes.
something like a banana, which is also high in vitamin C, but a lot of people don't know that, to your smoothie.
Right. Wow.
Those things will then help you improve your absorption
Absorb.
of
Exactly.
of that. So.